Another episode of Off the Clock with Mo. Today, I had the opportunity of interviewing this individual that has his name in all type of hats. You know, the entertainment hat, the art hat. You know, the politician. You know, you name it, somewhere in there, he in there somewhere. So I like to bring in a new acquaintance of mine by the name of Mr. Thomas.
Yep, Mr. Ty Thomas, FatMan, part of FatMan, H, Sinatra 44, man. But I'm gonna go by Ty Thomas, and we're gonna cover all these topics and all the juicy stuff and entertainment stuff that we want to talk about.
Yeah, we gonna get it in. You know
why? Because I'm off the clock.
we gonna let the head down. We gonna let it go. You know what I'm saying? I just appreciate you just, showing up. Been trying to get in touch with you make this happen for a minute.
We missed the first appointment because, man, I don't know. Like, I think we was doing, with the clothing company, we were doing a lot of pop-ups.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I really got out, like, traced out with my time. And then when it came, I'm like, damn, you know what, bro? I'm dead. I'm not going to give a good interview. If I can't give a good interview, what's the purpose?
I can't be mad at that because with me, my thing is that I live by is if I can't do something, I got to at least let you know I can't do it. Instead of just not showing the hell up or not saying nothing. Now, you can't say, kiss my ass, fuck you, no nothing. I'm like, shit, just tell me you can't do it, and it is what it is. So I appreciate that, when you saying, hey, I'm tired, I ain't gonna be able to do it. All right, that's fine. We're gonna do it another day, and that other day is here.
Yeah, and it worked out.
And
we about to get it in, bro. Like, we about to teach and change and elevate, and we about to definitely connect a lot of people to something great that you're doing,
Right.
So once they were like, man, who is this off the clock?
I'm trying to put it. I'm trying to get myself out there. I'm trying to get like a man smoking a cigarette at the gas station. Man, I'm trying to blow up. Where are you from? For those of us that don't know where you from.
Detroit, Michigan, man. Born and raised, West Side. I guess you could say West Side because West Side, Puritan and Illinois. So Puritan and Illinois. I'm from Detroit originally. Went to Detroit, Mumford.
Okay.
Went to Fitzgerald High School.
You got the 48 hours Detroit Lions jacket. Hey, that's supposed to be from Mumford, ain't it?
But hey, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
No, I can make it. I can make it. I should make it. You know what I said? Definitely, salute to everybody in the city, man. Salute to Mumford, bro. My mom worked in the board up there at Mumford for like 20 years.
Oh, wow.
She worked in the office 20 years, I know. So imagine trying to skip school with your mom in the office. Your ass was at home, ain't nothing. Where are you at? So, yeah, that's, man, like Detroit, Mumford, born and raised. Bounced around the Southwest. So I got a lot of family.
Which part of Southwest? You had like two parts of Southwest.
Right by Southwestern High School, Green Street, Schroeder. Right off of.
So is that the black side of Southwest? For those that don't know, is that the Mexican side of Southwest? For those of us that don't know,
it's the black side. It's over there. I'm across Springwells, going towards the black side. The Mexican side would be towards what's that? Eastern over there. Southeastern or something, wherever the other school that's over.
No, because I grew up, and I ain't grew up, but I used to live in Ecorse. That was right next to Southwest.
Yeah.
And that was all the black side.
That's going down away from the bridge.
Right.
So you're going towards, I say, the original downriver.
Oh, okay.
I'm right there by Zug Island.
Yeah.
Right by the stink.
Oh, you got to hear all that. You had to hear all that damn noise.
Man, noise, and you had the power wires, like literally hovering above my house. I think that's why I'm kind of like sometimes when lights flash, I kind of get deterred and do one of these. Because literally for years. And I told my mama, it's your fault why I can't walk down bright hallways because that light, bro, it hits you. It's something about that noise. Because that's all you hear underneath them big ass power wires.
Right.
The whole time. And you got Zug Island, so you smell like funky ass. Man, yeah, I grew up in Southwest. Y'all really helped me grow.
Now, when you was growing up in the city, did you have both parents, one parent?
I had one parent, man. It's the common story. The mom that worked, the brother that went to the military, and I was the last sibling.
So you was spoiled.
Man,
you was spoiled. God
rest my sister's soul. She died. I would have had a younger sister, but she died right during birth, or I want to say before she was born.
Oh, okay.
I would have had a sister that was 4 years younger. I'm 42, so she'd have been 38. So
it
was just me and my brother. My brother is 11 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? Military.
So
he didn't take shit. He beat my ass.
So that was that father figure for you then. Yeah, he got you. He did what he could to keep you in line and keep you in order.
Most definitely. I had a few cousins too, man. That I guess you could say raised me.
Right.
That helped me out. I had the street cousin and I had the working cousin. I was fucking with the working cousin until I started seeing what the street cousin had in high school, and I realized what that was.
What the street cousin had that the working cousin didn't have?
Man,
the working cousin had a I can assume. I may be wrong. So he had a family, had steady money, had a nice car,
got me rentals all the time.
Yeah. So what did the street cousins have that he ain't had?
The street cousin had a constant flow of money at that time that I thought I could constantly touch. This cousin was like, man, I don't know, T. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to get you a car. Man, come on, cuz I need a car. I'm trying to go out with this girl. I'm trying to go do this. Trying to go have fun. So, man, I'm trying to, you know, Andrew, bro, I appreciate you, man. I ain't talked to you in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But my street cousin at that time, me being in high school, you know, I wanted the flashy things.
Yeah.
You know, he'd give me the cars, my working cousin. But cousin pull up with the bang on the way. You know, you're on the west side, you know, you want to be fly, you know what I'm saying? And when I went to school, 96 to 2000, bro, so it was like a little.
Damn, I'd already graduated.
Man, bro. It was just a little different thing. At that time, I was playing football, so I was trying to be popular, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I kind of went to the dark side. You know?
So what cars was your cousin, working cousin, getting you, and then what cars was your street cousins pulling up in that just had your eyes just so wide open and had you so green?
My working cousin, he'd give me back then in the 90s, the late 90s, it was the Trepids.
Yeah, I remember the Intrepid.
The Buicks.
The Intrepid just came out.
Tiger Woods Buicks. You know, they gotta get you, not even the Sabres. I forget what they called them, but it was a Tiger Woods Buick.
Right.
And he had a car, so he would let me see his car. He had a nice Intrepid. You know, he worked at GM, so he stayed with something nice. My cousin just had rims and bang, and had a street notoriety. You know what I'm saying? Had a name. Everybody knew who he was.
So would you say you was impressionable then?
Yeah.
Because even though your working cousin was getting you the Tiger Woods Buick,
he was, but guess what?
But my man had the bang in the rims over here.
Guess what? When I got in that car, I reach in my pocket and be like, "Damn, he got me the ride. I spent my money. Now I'm broke." Guess what? My cousin over there say to the left. The devil, I ain't gonna say the devil on the left, but what he'd say?
What would he say?
Some money to put in that car.
I mean, he had a point. You did need some money to put in that car. I guess we all had to do something to that car. I mean, back in the day, before your day, I had the pull-out radio. But you pulled a whole motherfucking radio out the car and walked through the mall with this radio, and then you got bags of clothes and a goddamn radio. Your hands are full because you got this big ass radio in your hand. But then I graduated though. I graduated to the facelift. You take the face off of it.
Yep. The detachable. The detachable joints was fire.
Yeah.
Kids today won't know what that was.
Nah.
Man, I lost my face. What you talking about? Man, I cracked it. I lost it. So, yeah, man, it was kind of like I wish I would have known what I know now. When my senior year, I ended up getting into UPS.
You was wearing brown? You had the shorts too?
No, I didn't have the shorts. I was a loader.
Oh, okay.
17, so put your young ass to work.
All right, so you wasn't kings with queens.
No,
kings or queens.
Hell no, not yet.
Right around.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but eventually, when I'm like, every times I sit back, and that's why I tell people, like, when you're young, the decisions, like, okay, how can I put it? My brother used to say this all the time, and I didn't understand it till later on. He was like, you want to give up all your life for this much time right now, this much time.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do all this dumb stuff for this much time, and you risking all this. You're not thinking down the line.
Yeah.
If I would have stayed at UPS when I was there in 99, 2000, if I would have been like, say if I was one of them guys, 2020, bro, I've been here 20 years. I would have been one of them guys that crossed over making $40, $50 an hour being a driver doing nothing. So that's why I was like, man, I don't think that was my calling. But that would have been another avenue. My brother wanted me to go to the military. Mm-hmm. During that time, you know, you had the Bills, or not the Clinton, but the Bushes.
Yeah, you had the first George, yep. Then you had George W. Yeah.
And they were going to war.
Yeah, that was the Gulf War.
2000.
That was the Gulf War because the first George couldn't get Saddam Hussein. Yep. Because he I know he put a contract on him, and then when 9/11 hit, George W. used that as a reason to get to him, and he got to him, found that motherfucker under the ground with a fro, and pulled his ass out and hung his ass. But other than that, did you end up selling drugs?
Allegedly, I might have directly. But if you actually look at my record, you probably thought I was a terrorist. How many gun charges they put on me and distribution. So let's say, I kind of was at that point until I got locked up was a career drug dealer.
I mean, but when they do it, don't they do it to try to get you to, hey, you tell me what's going on and a lot of this shit gonna disappear.
Man, they try to do that.
Yeah.
But I was one of them ones, man, that's mine. They don't know nothing that's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I took, definitely ain't no how can you say that my name ain't on no reports. About somebody said you told on me, I'm gonna do my time.
I would have been totally opposite. I've been like Bernie Mac in court. I'm like, yeah, Your Honor, I seen him do it. I was right there when he did it. I tell people all the time, don't do shit in front of me if you don't want the truth to come out. Yep. That's what I always said. Don't get me wrong. I did some fucked up shit in the past. I owned up to it, but shit, gun charges and dope charges, nah, motherfucker. That's his shit.
Hey man,
that's his shit. Nah, fuck that. He did that shit.
They called me at a opportune time. Like I'm thinking now, like literally when I went to prison, just jumping ahead. When I eventually ended up getting locked up, you know what I'm saying, in my Pablo moment, when they finally caught up to me, you know what I'm saying? Like I ended up, like they raided me, man. Like that's crazy.
What time they raided you at
Oakland County?
At 5 in the morning?
Man, no, they came in, they followed me around the city of Waterford. And I kept on noticing vehicles. So I'm with my kids, not the time she wasn't my wife, but with my soon-to-be wife, and I had my daughter. She was probably like 2 or 3. And she said, I kind of remember, like, they and my son was just born. So they kind of remember some of it.
Yeah.
When the police came. So it was like pretty much I was going here and I noticed a car there. So I'm like, okay, me at that time, I move around, I go through blocks just to make sure I don't get followed anyway.
Right.
So I'm riding through the block. My wife ain't paying attention. I'm watching. I'm like, where'd that car go? Then I come up, I see a police car sitting there, and I'm like, so I'm driving, going to the house. My wife, remember like yesterday, I said, unless I'm tripping, I see somebody on our porch with a fucking police shirt. She's like, no, that's one of your friends. Somebody playing with you.
Hell no.
I don't know what type of friend playing with you like that. I wish it was. Bro, you had me. I would have been like, damn, I'm glad that was you, bro. But I pulled up, and I'm like, something just on. So it's like what you see on TV in the movies. As soon as I walked, closed the door, we got out. As soon as I did this, car, people out the house. What the man? So I put my kids through it, man. Like it was it's like damn, like one of them Tubi movies.
Yeah.
When they like, man, this is how it all ended. Let me tell you how it started. And then it showed me like a little boy with a half-cut afro and shit back in the 90s running through the projects. Man, it's, you know what? If a lot of times we can rethink and stop making unnecessary shit for this much part of our life, because this little part that you're looking at, the money, the cars, the girls, and all that shit, affected so much of my life.
I mean, but I think that goes along with everybody, regardless of who you are in this world. You could be somebody on Wall Street, and people are going to find a way to take advantage of something, regardless if it's illegal or if it's legal, but then turns illegal because you found a way to take advantage of, take advantage of something. And we all take that risk sometimes. We all bet on ourselves sometimes. And sometimes you got to bet on yourself sometimes because, let's be honest. Had it not been for bootlegging liquor, NASCAR wouldn't exist. They took a gamble on. They took a gamble on running from police officers. They took a gamble on taking everything out this goddamn car and putting this liquor in here to outrun the damn police. Only difference is that they lock us up and won't allow us to make no money off of our illegalness. Off of if you black or brown, they're not gonna allow you to make a profit off that and let that be generational wealth. But on the other end, like I said with NASCAR, they're gonna let you do that. NASCAR only exists because of bootlegging liquor. You know what I'm saying? Had they said we're gonna shut all this shit down and y'all can't make a profit off of liquor, y'all can't know nothing. I know I came up with prohibition, but y'all can't do shit. NASCAR wouldn't exist.
Sober motherfuckers watching cars going to they had it. They to turn that shit up.
I mean, because I know damn well I watch the shit sometime.
Man.
I tried watching the shit. I just couldn't do it.
The older we got tolerance to deal with shit like that.
I still ain't got tolerance for that one.
I still can't get into golf.
My cousin, I got a cousin of mine. He's a cool kid, you know what I'm saying? But he has a disability.
Yeah.
And he just loves NASCAR. He just loves NASCAR. And my uncles take him to all these NASCARs, and they got all these damn flags. They used to have all these flags all over the place. You got all these people that don't look like you all over the place, and they making all these damn different noises that you ain't used to because you don't have a vocal cord to make that noise of a yeehaw or a woo. I can't do this shit. You gotta have a special your vocal cord got to be set up for that shit.
That Nita Baker lungs.
No, you gotta have that Dolly Parton lungs.
Oh, yeah,
that's what you got. You gotta have that Garth Brooks lungs and shit like that. But he liked the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's cool.
You know why? You know why you like it?
No, you tell me.
It's something with, and I'm being serious with this shit.
Yeah.
Study this. Have people that's dealing with certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the calmness of the, like it's something where it's repetitive.
Uh-huh.
And like, if you have some kids that's suffering like from it has to be some kind of, I don't say mental thing, but a disability where they don't have to constantly move. It's a calmness in that shit.
Yeah.
Because same thing, right? Like I have a family member, right? They love soccer.
Yeah.
It calms them down. I'm like, soccer calms you down. And they're like, man, just watch. And believe it or not, like my kids know, a couple people know, I actually have soccer video games. Because I'm like, you know what? Actually, I never played soccer. I coached it though. I ended up coaching my son and my daughter. And I'm like, you know what? It's actually kind of dope, bro. Like, so they said NASCAR's turned up in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the crowd atmosphere, and they said a soccer, not America, but overseas, soccer crowds are like parties everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So that calmness of him seeing that, like the excitement of that's what kept him calm. I guarantee if it was something like a lot slower pace, he probably wouldn't want to watch it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's just my interpretation.
No. I agree. No, I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because all these things, fuck with your head, so to speak. And it's, some things fuck with your head to the point where it's gonna drive you crazy. Some things gonna fuck with your head to get your calmness. Some things gonna fuck with your head just to see if I could do it some more. And even to go back on that, when you was the so-called Don or whatever it was, what was the best part of it? At that time, maybe not now, but at that time.
It was the thrill of I was making so much money every day that at that time, if I spend it all, I'm gonna make it right back tomorrow because I kept this shit that these people wanted, and it wasn't even like it was hardcore at the time, hardcore narcotics. It was just weed, and at that time, weed wasn't like it is now. It was we can't get stuff from Cali, and I could. So it was just like at that time, it was like literally everything I had coming, it was already gone. It was already spoken for. Money was already there, and I ended up one point in time, I had guys working for me, right? And I'm like, hey, what's left over in what's the name? They're like, shit, you got all your pros. I'm like, how much left? It's like 8 of them. I'm like, damn. So I'm just like every day. My wife would tell you, I was going to Mr. Allen's. I was tearing that bitch down.
250. 250.
He was bringing the whole crew, and I got cussed out a couple times. Like, you used to take all them shopping, you ain't do that for me like that.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? You used to cuss my ass out. You know, I ain't mad at you.
But then let me ask you this. You know, with those being, you know, the things that you remember the most that just fueled your mind and stimulated you so much. What was the hardest part or one of the worst times of doing the shit? Or was it stressful?
It was stressful when you had to go move around yourself and grab stuff. That's generally when the problems came in. Because for some reason at that time I didn't keep a license. So
you didn't keep a driving license?
Man, I was a real gangster. You ain't put me on no paper.
Hell no.
So, but I used to have people I paid.
Yeah.
But it'd be times where I'm like, man, I'm taking that telegraph trip. I don't care about Bloomfield or Southfield.
Hell,
I don't care.
Not even Pontiac. Oakland County.
I was worried about them. I was worried about them.
But was this the time when Oakland County was
crazy? Yeah, I wasn't worried about that.
Shit, I remember I went out to Oakland County one time. They stole my damn pager and left the PlayStation.
Oh my god!
I had a two-way pager to tell you the sports scores, the weather, the stock,
man,
and the motherfucker came in the hotel room, stole my page, but left the damn PlayStation.
Sad enough, that probably was one of the motherfuckers that brought that shit to me. Hey,
can I have my page? Can I have my pages back?
Man,
it came in a sleeve. Did you remember? It came in a sleeve.
Hey, they come with a duffel bag. I said, what's in there? What you want? Hey, bro, take care of the dog at the door, man. Grab all that.
Hell no,
bro. Like, and you know what's so crazy? How this is why I say God changed my life. And He tried to make it better, man. Like literally, before I went to prison, I apologize about that. Before I went to prison, man, I had all this stuff that was saved, that was there.
What you mean by saved?
Like, all the stuff that I brought out there in the streets, cars, vehicles, everything got lost.
They got lost. They got took.
Got fucked up. One house ended up getting condemned when I was locked up. So all my clothes, like damn near $10,000 or more of clothes, because I was a hat collector. If you knew me, I collected hats and shoes. Like I had like 100 hats and 100 pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even just the clothes.
The fitted hats and shoes?
Bro, I went to Mr. Allen's every day. And probably got 2 pairs of shoes. If not one.
Because I know one thing about myself.
For a year and a half straight. You do the math, bro.
Because I know one thing about myself. During that time, I was broke. Before that time, I was broke. Today, I'm broke.
Man.
And the only thing I can really say is I got the shit down packed now.
Man, bro.
I know how to be broke now. I got the shit down. I got the shit down packed. I went to Mr. Allen's doing for my income tax time.
Hey.
And if I worked a little overtime, I'd go take my check and go there and get 2 for $50. I get 2 pairs of shoes for $50.
They don't do that shit no more. That shit over. You might go to the.
They call snipes.
Yeah, no, I know. I knew the guy that actually ran. That was one of the main designers for Mr. Allen. His name is Ty Markins.
Oh, okay.
Clothing guy. He's still grinding. Hey, nigga.
He's still out there?
Oh yeah, he's big.
Oh, okay.
When you get time, Google Ty Markins. You'll hit that last customer and let them know. No, customer 3.
Yeah.
And let them know that I'm still in this bus now.
So you know, once all that happened, I know you mentioned about going to prison.
Yeah.
You know, how many times typically before you go to prison, you gotta go to jail? How many times did you go to jail before they finally said you on your way upstate or down?
I want to say it was 2 times. My charge, because of the weapon that was involved.
Yeah.
Anything over 2 years is prison.
Yeah. Anytime you do a year and a day, anything over a year and a day, is prison time. Anything that's a year or less is gonna be county time.
They didn't want to give me. They didn't want to give me. They didn't want to give me nothing less than 3. So like the story with that, right? It was a judge that everybody used to call her let him go Chabot. Judge Chabot out of Oakland County.
Okay.
Look it up, true fact, right? So the whole time I'm coasting, and I ain't even go throw the person, but it don't even matter because ain't nobody gonna even do the research. But I was cool with a couple of police, the ladies and stuff. So they'd give me my schedule that I had to drop on.
Yeah.
Like, here, this is the days you got to drop. You know what I'm saying? But you should be straight. You know what I mean? You good. You got Chabot. That's the easiest judge to have, the most lenient judge. So I'm smoking the whole time I'm on jams. Blowing, going there, pissing. I don't care what.
So for those of us, or those of them, or whoever it is, exactly what is jams?
So jams is this is what they do when you're out on the case, or you out on bond, or you fighting the case. And Oakland County, I don't know about Detroit if they do it like that. Okay, so it's the same. So what they do, they put you, depending on your charge, they put you on something called jams, which is a color system. So like the worst color, by example, that you could have is pink or red. That means you're dropping every freaking day. Like you're dropping every day or every other day.
Right.
If you got the color white or something like that, you're not really dropping at all. Like once a week, once every 2 weeks type stuff. So they gave me color pink. I was dropping every other day. So I'm like, man, my whole thought process then. I'm like, man, this shit on drugs and a gun, man. Man, my wife was telling me, you should stop smoking because they might try to do something to you. What they gonna do? They ain't give me no more time because I'm up here smoking. I'm already going to jail. I already fought it for a year. I fought the case for a year. I was about to go to the Walker trial, and I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and just, plea out to the gun and plea out to the drugs. You know what I'm saying? And let's just go ahead. Let me get my 2 years and get the fuck on. They're gonna drop the drugs. Okay, that's what they said. They're gonna drop the drugs, they're gonna charge me with the gun. My first gun charge.
Okay.
This is how we're keeping it too real goes wrong. So a week, not even lying, before I go to trial, it's a lady that drowned her baby out in Oakland County, and she had Judge Chabot. Judge Chabot gave her like lenient time, like people was calling for her job type shit.
I think I remember something about that.
Yeah, she gave the girl like a year. It was like time served in a year. Like it was something stupid. They was pissed.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, so they was like, we about to fire your ass type shit. So when I tell you, let him go, Chabot was for no games that day when she seen me. Was like, oh, Mr. Thomas.
I ain't gonna lose my job.
I have your PSI report right here. Before we let you go on bond, we agreed to this. But they told me you dropped dirty 23 times. Now I mean, they're like, yep. Yep, I get it,
I did it. I ain't gonna do it no more.
I apologize. Well, what I'm gonna do, Mr. Thomas, since you unlawfully just kept on blatantly smoking. I'm like, okay, what you about to do? Give me, you know what I'm saying? Give me a fine or give me something like that. She was like, we signed you. We was gonna give you the honor our 2-year deal and give you 2 years. You know what? We're gonna give you 3 years and change. I said, what? When that was like said through the court, you could hear everybody that came like.
Did you feel like Eddie Murphy and Martin in Life, man, when the judge said life? Man. I ain't killed that man. That man was already dead. Did you feel like them?
Yes. Your knees kind of do one of the wobbles. I was prepared for the 2. That 3 years change. I looked like a little boy. You about to get a whooping line. People like, bro, you can fight. I said, how am I gonna fight that shit?
Did you feel like Lorenz Tate and dead presidents? And like all I did for this country, and threw the damn chair at the judge.
I threw the chair. Before I did that, this is what the prosecutor said. The prosecutor pulled up. She's like, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? I'm like, damn. You know you said this, but you did. You know you messed up, right? So y'all don't know that's from
Men's Society. Yeah, you know you fucked up, right?
That's how they pulled that on me. And I was like, man, my lawyer was like, hey man, what? I said, man, I got shot, so I got back pain. Well, do you have a card? Well, I was gonna get to that, but I was going to jail anyway, so I didn't think it was a problem. I ain't drink. I ain't do none of that shit. I was just smoking. Man, let him go Chabot.
You got shot?
Shit. Yeah, I got shot on Father's Day.
On Father's Day.
On Father's Day, man. I got shot back in.
You supposed to be getting a tie or getting some pizza or something like that. You
out there in the streets. 2012, 2013, man. I ended up getting shot. My nephew ended up getting shot in the head. I ended up getting shot in my back. I was coaching at that time. I was coaching at Pontiac Northern.
Okay.
Defensive line for they combined the schools, and that shit ran in the paper. So my coaching shit was over. I was hustling, doing the wrong thing at the same time anyway.
Right.
Trying to play both sides. That's part of what we get to later. What the between shit is the series. But I was playing both sides, man, and ended up getting shot in my back, lung collapse. You got
shot in the back? You still here?
Got shot in the back. My nephew got shot twice. One in the back, one in the head.
Ooh.
I ended up, God gracious, they hopped out the car to come around to finish me and pulled me out, and I pulled off, and I had that fucking Intrepid, one of the Intrepids that my cousin gave me.
Which cousin? The working cousin?
Working cousin. That motherfucker saved my life.
Right.
Saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I apologize. Retract that. It was my other homeboy I was doing music with that had that same Intrepid that my working cousin had, so I knew how to drive that.
Oh, okay.
So what it was, when they shot me and shot at him and shot during the car, it hit the ignition. So basically, that car, if I would have cut it off, I never cut it off for some reason, because it was like a long story, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all fucking public article shit. Me and my cousin, or me and my nephew, God rest his soul, my son is named after my nephew.
Oh, wow.
I pulled up, and it's just like I had that eerie feeling, you know what I'm saying, that you always have when something about to go wrong. Had that weird feeling. You're like, man, I'm just about to sell this bag. He always trying to prove himself to me. About to sell this bag. I just got done leaving my kid's mom. His Father's Day. We went to the movies. I'm chilling. I'm like, all right, bro, come on. And I see a guy over there on the porch, and a guy walk up from over here that he knows, you know what I'm saying? He ended up getting in the car, blase splee. I'm looking at dude. I never took my feet off the brake. Like, I kept my foot on the brake. Never cut the car off.
So you kept the car and drive too? Okay.
So that's what saved their life later on, right? So next thing I know, they tussling. I look back, bah, bah, bah. What the fuck? So I'm like, damn, I'm fucking shot. Like, and then I look, he get out, he's shooting through the car, hits the ignition. So basically, God told me, if you would have cut left, if you would have had that bitch in park, or if you would have had that car off, or something, it would not start it again. You would have been done. That's what the purpose was set. So when he pulled around, he tried to pull around, open my door, I shot off. So I'm driving, and I didn't know my lungs at that time was collapsed. So I called my kid's mom and shit, man. I'm like, because I'm funny. So she like, stop playing with me. I'm like, I just got shot, bro. She's like, you just left me. Shut the fuck up. Stop. I'm like, bro, I could barely breathe. Nephew over here dying, though. I got shot. And she just started, I'm like, where you going? I'm like, I'm just driving. At that time, it was Doctor's Hospital in Pontiac. It's something else now, but they ended up changing it around.
Yeah.
So I got there, crashed in the fucking front of their little emergency. I remember them pulling me out. I remember them pulling him out. I remember him still he was alive, but he ended up getting paralyzed and ended up passing from his wounds later on. But I remember that shit, bro. Like, they was cutting my ribs, breaking my ribs right in front of me.
Yeah. Because the crazy part is, I can literally picture this shit because of, what I do. I work at a hospital. And a lot of times we get those runs, and they gotta go straight to the recess room. We call it a recess room. And you go in there. I had never seen these scissors before. I've seen scissors.
Man,
but I ain't.
Wrong type shit.
I mean, they cut through your clothes. They cut through your clothes. Not too long ago, I seen one guy. He was shot in the neck.
Oh man!
And came out his head, and
one of them smaller rounds.
I don't know, but I do know somebody in the car had a Draco. So I don't know if he got shot with the Draco or what it was he got shot with. I'm not sure. I don't see plenty of people come in the hospital just all shot up. I seen one guy came in the other day, shot in his hand. They're like, yeah, I was shot. I know you ain't
That's
hysterical.
Right.
You ain't like about to die. You know, like I just been shot in my hand and I need to come in and get fixed. And that ain't just no fix.
You supposed to hit a nigga, you was stealing. They shot your ass, for example, huh?
You know, I seen one guy come in, was shot, got grazed in the head one time. And he came in with an attitude. What the fuck wrong with y'all? And all this shit like that. And his boy came in and said, if my boy died, I'm killing the doctors. And one of my partners said, well, you don't need to take this. You don't need to be taking this out on us or the doctors. You need to take it out on the motherfucker that shot you. And they all went back to the house of the motherfucker that shot him, and they all came back shot.
You told us to go back.
Motherfucker came back. That motherfucker, they all came back shot with little X's on their eyes and shit.
Oh my gosh, man!
I'm like, damn. I'm like, ain't this some shit? The shit that you see, you know. But the shit wasn't at the time. Well, you can look back at it and laugh. I'm like, God damn, you really okay? I mean, it is what it is.
People
but
don't have a mind now.
No, they don't. You know what I'm saying? And these EMS drivers, they see all this shit. And you'll be I got a fucked up sense of humor because of the shit that I see all the time. And in order to go through this shit without getting hooked on anything, without being addicted to anything, you gotta find a way to make light of it. You know what I'm saying? And my sense of humor is of that because I gotta find a way to make light of it because I don't want to get hooked on alcohol. I don't want to get hooked on drugs. So shit, I'm just gonna talk about the shit and laugh about the shit later on.
Got to, man.
You know what I'm saying? Life is short. Yeah. It don't matter if you live to be 100 years old. Life was still too damn short because it's still something I ain't gonna see. It's still something I'm not gonna experience. You know what I'm saying? But you've experienced a lot of shit. You know, coming up because you say you just 42.
Yeah.
And just in 42 years, you have experienced, growing up in the city. You know what I'm saying? Losing people, being shot. Probably it could have been you that was lost in that. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely was supposed to be because
if it was supposed to be, God would have made it be. Well, you know what I'm saying? But God ain't make it be, so it wasn't supposed to be.
A veil on, like he had his hand on me, and I didn't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
That I was like, now I listen to my third eye, if you want to say it.
Yeah, I believe in that.
The whole time I was pulling up, I was feeling something was off.
Yeah, I believe that.
You feel like something off, motherfucker. Just sit down today.
But sometimes you just don't. I feel it sometimes. It be in my gut, but I don't know what the hell this feeling is. And then when I get that in my gut, and I'm like, I don't know what it is, and I can't stop it, and I just don't know what it is. And then the shit happened. Like, damn, I wish I would have knew this was about to happen.
Be like that, like Deacon might, he might remember. Like recently, I almost died twice.
Twice?
Twice.
Okay.
So the other one wasn't by no violence.
Did you play in the lottery?
Man, dog, no. Like the second one. This is how I know. Like this is where you. Okay, God is really with you, motherfucker. Because first time was almost through violence. This one was your heart stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what was going on. I knew something was wrong. Where like literally, I went up 2 stairs and couldn't breathe.
Oh wow.
And I was like, dog, wow. I'm like, literally. And it's like, now I laugh about it because I was just like, I just couldn't do these. I couldn't do this to say this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I go up 1 step. I'm like, whoa, what the? I'm like, dog. Someone was like, bro, go to the hospital, dog. You could say you a big boy, but dog, you went up 2 steps and you're about to fall down.
Yeah.
So I end up getting, I don't know how I got to the hospital. I don't know who took, I think my wife's mom took me. Like she ended up rushing me to the hospital. They was like, bro, you got fluid in your lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Fluid from your lungs going to your heart.
Right.
Or from your heart going to your lungs. My bad. So it was like, I ended up having like congestive heart failure. I had a mini heart attack right after that. So it was just like, you know what? Like, dang, bro, like you gotta get together. You deal with cardiologist. He like, man, you don't drink liquor. We run a stench. I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, what's going on, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like normally they like, well, you drink, you got a history. No, I don't got none of that. He was just like, damn, you're too young to have this going on. So it's like I had to go through that, man.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know what? I done been through all this battle, all this fight, and it's just crazy, bro. Like it's just crazy, what we got to go through to get here.
Yeah, I mean, we do gotta go through a lot.
Plus dealing with prison,
We do gotta deal. Yeah, you gotta deal with all that shit. You do gotta deal with a lot, but other than this is just me. This is just my thoughts. Sometimes my thoughts, get out of line or get out of whack, or whatever. But you say you married, right?
Yeah.
And they always say, where there's a good man, there's a good woman, because a lot of times we doing the shit that we do and don't understand the stupid shit that we doing is done. But we got this woman over here that's trying to keep us in line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's easy for a woman to just, well, shit, nigga, you ain't in the game no more. I'm going to the next motherfucker that's big in the game. But you have a woman, you have a wife that stuck with you through all that shit. I've been shot. Well, shit, nigga, me and Ricky been fucking around any goddamn way. You on your own on this shit. But she said, you know what? I'm with you. Yep. You know what I'm saying? When you was out there doing your thing with the weed or whatever, and you got motherfuckers out here selling cocaine and crack. Like, nigga, you just selling weed and shit. Now I'm going over to the crack. Motherfuckers selling crack and actual cocaine and dope. Nigga, you just making a dime on a dollar. This motherfucker making $1,000% profit. I'm gonna go on about my goddamn. I'm gonna go with him over here. But you have a good woman that stuck that shit out. How was it how did she stick it out with you in prison and all the other, all those other endeavors that you encountered that wasn't favorable?
Man, it's just having that one person that really beyond the bullshit was really your person. You know what I'm saying? That'd be like, dog, you dealt with me cheating, you dealt with me doing this shit, you dealt with me going to prison, you dealt with me doing a bit, put money on this. This letter means this. Understand this. Coming home, being, I guess, shell shocked.
Yeah.
From being in prison and trying not to be, I guess, still trying to hold on being a gangster.
But let me ask you this question though: while you was in prison, if you would have came back home and she said, while you was locked up, locked down, did your bid, whatever it's called, I was fucking this nigga over here, doing this over there. Would you have been upset or mad, or how would that have affected you? Because you put yourself in this situation.
True story. That shit happened.
Oh wow.
And the point to that shit happening was her getting called saying, this girl said she's pregnant by you. Mm-hmm. You got a letter in prison talking about you got a baby. I'm done with your ass. You know what I'm saying? And end up coming about, like, this is the shit you go through when you grow. Like, we growing together over 15 some years, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like doing all that shit, it was people just hating, doing dumb shit. None of the shit was true.
Right.
And she, regretted a lot of that shit. And I used to harp, just being 100, man, we do some fucked up shit, right?
Yeah.
I used to, you did this, you did that, you did this. And knowing I was in the phone doing this, doing that, you know what I'm saying? I told you during my bid, go get you a friend. You know what I'm saying? And then all this shit started happening. Somebody said, they on Facebook talking about you the kid father to my best friend, and that was just the last straw. And I'm just like, damn, I can't defend myself.
Yeah.
And argue with the motherfuckers. I'm in prison. Because she go just hang up.
Right.
So it was like at the end of the day.
Like the operator didn't say 2 minutes was left, add another quarter.
Man, I let that shit go, bro. Because I was given like one of those choices, like, man, this happened. I feel bad, but if you don't want to continue with me, I understand. I'll still be there for you.
Yeah.
But you don't have to come home here. We'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I decided to come home, bro. Like, and I was so bitter for years, bro, after I came home. Like, really recently, we started waking up out of that fucking drought of me being angry, and then now she started getting bitter because now you like, well, shit, you did this to me and did that to me, and I stood by you.
How did y'all work that out, though?
Bro, just really, honestly.
Did y'all do therapy, anything like that?
We separated.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We separated, not legally, but we separated. You know what I'm saying? And we still working through shit because at the end of the day, a real woman wants a man that has career goals, which I do.
Yeah.
A man that's going to spend time with her. And all she really asked me, like, I got so built up in my career. This is keeping 100. You know what I'm saying? That I had to find time for her.
Right.
And it's like, damn, you get time to everybody else out here.
Mm-hmm.
But H, she still call me H. H, I need fucking time. I don't want no money. I don't give a fuck if you buy me this, do that. That's not your time.
Right.
And then sometimes as man, bro, we lose sight. I did. Sometimes, man, we lose sight of the simple things. We like, man, I got to do this, take you here, and that should be good enough. Man, all that girl wanted was a rose and a picnic.
Right.
All this time, that's all she wanted. You know what I'm saying? And she know, you know what I mean? It's all love, bro. Like,
and when you look at it now, where you at in your life now, and I mean, I don't know how to really say it, but would you have been mad if she just said, fuck you, I'm gone? After all that shit? And then on top of that,
she was a smart girl, right?
Okay.
As far as she would not told me that all the way in prison.
Right.
Because
I don't know, because when you're in prison, you got that thick line of glass behind you. I ain't never liked your mama.
She respected
like, bitch, I want to just get to your goddamn neck.
She respected my gangster enough not to have me jack my bit off.
Right.
And that's why I mainly respect her. She said I wouldn't have said that then because mother was like, bro, he's about to come home. You tell him that.
Yeah.
He could jack wreck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my brother Deacon know, like the type of joint was that it was easy, we could just jack wreck. And she like, I didn't want to do that to you. And then it came out that shit wasn't what it was. And she like, I'm glad I didn't say that.
Right.
But I can't lie to you. And I respect that. Like, I can't not respect a woman that's telling me the truth because you did this, you did that, and I finally did that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what the fuck led to that, she was honest. I didn't have to come home and be like, bro, guess what happened?
Yeah.
I didn't have to find out. And she tell a motherfucker, like, I made a mistake and did this shit. Like, I respect that.
Right. You know, and you
I
know,
wasn't perfect. Niggas know.
Like, no. You know what?
Perfect, bro.
I don't think, well, one, you know, being a man, you know, no man is perfect. Every man is gonna make whatever mistakes that they're gonna make as a man. Those mistakes may be different.
Saying I did not when I came home try to fuck dog up. I'm sorry. I see the man in church, and I'm sorry. Them good Christian folks did not need to see that. The people at the grocery store recently did not need to see that.
I mean, but shit,
he know what it is.
I mean, but shit, we all done committed whatever sin, and shit, that was the sin then, but don't mean that's who I am. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, the good thing is that y'all was able to work through that shit, get past that shit, and still be in love with one another. Bro, you know what I'm saying? And that's the great, right? And that's the great thing. You know, that's one of the things that I think everybody needs to see when it comes to, as they call, black love. Yeah. You know, because we're gonna go through our shit. Yeah. No relationship is ever gonna be perfect. Nobody's gonna go through a relationship and just be like, I ain't never. And we're gonna be able to sit up there and say, we work through. Because because in this day and age right now, it's so easy to find a reason to leave. Not too many people find a reason to stay no more. Back in the day, people found a reason to stay. And y'all found a reason to stay regardless of what happened.
I was always a runner, bro.
Yeah.
She said that, like, first thing you said when we fight, I'm about to just leave. You know what I'm saying? That's first, because when you get to a point where you used to having bread, you like, you know, I'm going to fucking leave.
You're right.
That was always my first thing to say. Like, even when we had problems, like, months ago, bro, I get mad. You know, I'm about to leave. She's like, damn. Why we can't just work this shit out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to grow up. I had to stop saying, you know what, let me stop quitting shit that's important. And she always was like, bro, just like you said, she said, I rode with you doing this. I rode with you doing that. I stood doing this. I held you down till you got your business going. I never asked you for shit. I did this. All I wanted was your time.
Right.
I can't, man, when you think about it, bro, when you think about it, you cannot get mad about that shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And then the shit that, like, the little petty shit I used to be happy about, she was like, think about it. If you was whacking bed, just being real, if you was whacking bed, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't love you, think I was doing with you this long?
Uh-huh.
I was kind of like mad and behind the door. I was like, yeah, boy, got that scrub. You know what I'm saying? But it's it's more about, like you said, bro. Like I looked at it like this is my person, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got kids together, man. And when I was fucked up, you was there.
Right.
When I almost died, you was there.
Yeah.
When I ain't had nowhere to go, when I stopped selling dope and came, you know what I'm saying, about to go to jail, you was there. So it's like people like, damn, bro, you went to prison, you left your wife all this money. Why not?
No, yeah, why not?
Why not? And
you
it's
know,
like it was a cleanse. Like God cleansed me, right?
Uh-huh.
That's why brother thinking was like, bro, you was saying the stuff then that you doing now. Because before I came home, bro, all them she ended up getting in a situation where the landlords, whatever the fuck it was, bro, did not do what they asked them to do. Hey man, next door got bugs. This place got bugs. You need to spray. They never did.
Right.
Until it was too late, my people had to move.
Yeah.
So she like, I'm not gonna try to save your shit and it's infested with bugs, bro. I'm like, I'm in prison, like, damn, all my shit is gone. All my shit. So all that shit I did, that's what made me grow up. All that shit I did before I went to prison, all that shit I brought, all that material shit, it's all gone. The truck that I had on rims before I left, she let my brother, somebody consider my brother, use it, and the motor ended up catching on fire. So all the rims, I end up saying they saved the rims, but the truck was gone, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but
I'm like, damn. So yeah, bro.
If you ask me, you know, like she said, the only thing that she wanted was time. The only thing that we have in this world, the only thing we have in this world is time. You know what I'm saying? You know, time is something that's like you don't realize what it is until you don't have that time. It ain't like money where you can get money back. You can't get that time back. You know, time don't sit still for nobody. And it don't last forever either. You know what I'm saying? One of these damn days, your time gonna run out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing you're gonna be able to do to get that time back. But that money, that truck, those rims, all that other shit, you can get all that shit back, but you can't get that time back. You can't get that time back to say, I wish I would have told her I loved it. I wish I would have told her how much I appreciate it. I wish I would have took her on that picnic. I wish I would have gave her that rose. I wish I would have did all that shit.
I was on some fuckery, man. I was
but most men, but a lot of times as young men, we be on that thinking that shit, tomorrow gonna be here tomorrow.
But you know what I'm saying?
And tomorrow never comes.
This is the tribalization, bro. This is why we got to teach the young males and the young man, and not too much meaning a little bit on the women, but I never had a father. My brother was in the military, 11-year gap. So I seen him when I seen him.
Right.
I was influenced by the wrong shit. So at the end of the day, did none of them niggas show me how to treat a woman. It was always in and out with women.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like that shit played, the way you raised play a part. I was never disrespectful to women because of my mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My mom from Tennessee. She lived in Michigan most of her life, but she's a Southern woman.
Oh yeah, Southern Belle, as they call
it. A lot of that, you know, what saved me is that I wasn't an abuser. I wasn't an alcoholic. I think that kept me alive.
Right.
If I was a super aggressive like that, I think I would have been up out of here. God would be like, you know what?
Your mind would have been clouded.
You already on some gangster shit.
Let me tell
you about this bitch.
You know
what I'm saying? So like, I believe in it's always a tip of the sword, so to speak.
So
like, it's a double edge on that bitch.
Wait, it's all that sword always got a double edge to it, regardless if it's not a double edge, because the motherfucker got to come out.
Yep.
The motherfucker sword got to come out, so it don't matter if it's double edge or single edge. That motherfucker got to come out, and how you bandage that wound can determine if you're gonna be a better person or not. Yep. If you ask me, and I think when you and your wife bandaged that wound and you came home, how many bids did you do? You did.
But I was a 4 number though.
Okay, all right.
That's how young I was when I caught my felony.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So you come home and everything. I mean, it ain't perfect, but you end up working on the shit, and then you get to where you at right now, and she's still here.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's still here now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, and where are you at right now compared to where you were?
10 times she made me a better man, bro. And being real, you know what I'm saying? She made me a better father. She made me a better man. But I had to want, like I tell her, I had to want to change myself.
Yeah, you always got to want to change yourself.
Having that stability, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made it better. Having that stability of my kids saying, I got my dad here.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I ain't never had this shit.
Right. And I'm just going to interrupt for a minute, though, because for a lot of us guys that didn't have a man in the household,
yeah.
We're guessing and we're experimenting on what a man should be. Because we don't know what a man should be. If you never had a man in the household, we don't know what a man should be. So we're guessing and experimenting on what it should be. Shit, you say you need some money. All right, I'm gonna go out here and get this money. You say, shit, McDonald's don't pay enough. Well, I'm gonna find a way to make even more money. I mean, but I'm supposed to love you. But I don't know how to love you because I never saw another man love you before. I never saw a man go to work before. I never saw a man invest money before. I never seen a man do this, that, and the third before. And now it's all guesswork for us. We try to take pieces from other men to see what it is that we want, or we're trying to listen to our mama to say what it is that she likes out of a man for us to be that man, and I ain't the man she really want.
Man, it's crazy too. Like my mom, right? My dad. I'm named after my dad, Tyrone. Never met him, talked to him once, right? My whole life. My mom at the time, she had a husband that was on drugs, and I knew because I was in the streets. So you know what I'm saying? That's when we was in Southwest. So he used to take her car, and I was like, he ain't coming home. He got paid. I was doing construction with him, and they got some bread. He ain't come home for 2 or 3 days. This is how I tell you, God could hold and put someone in your life. I had just got this pistol and shit from my homeboy. So I got tired of him, you know what I'm saying? So I told him, come outside, like I want to talk to you. He came out back. I upped the gun. I'm trying to shoot him. I was trying, and God saved my life. I ended up whooping his, you know. I tried to end dog because I'm like, that's my mama, bro.
Right.
And I know what you doing. Y'all used to come to the spot on Puritan and come grab money.
Right.
Because dog wasn't handling his business because he made good money, but he'd be broke all the time.
Yeah.
So that goes to the point where I never seen a man in my life that she had one guy. Now I was like fucking 10, 11, but he died of cancer. That was the one dude I could say treated my mama real good. You know what I'm saying? But I never seen the dude besides my brother.
Right.
And that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story about my street shit. Like we could go and talk about that for hours, but I done did a complete 180, bro. Like,
and how did you end up doing that complete 180? Because you say you have a you also said at one point too that you was into music, or you still into music, and that I did some reading too. I don't do much reading, but because some big words I just can't fuck with. But this Oakland Press here has some little words in here, and it said that you was in a group called City Lights.
Yep.
And you traveled the Slum Village.
Yeah. How I know, right? This will be in the streets and doing, bro. Like it's crazy, man. That's why I was like, we go work together and do some stuff because that's partly what the in between shit is.
Yeah.
Pushing that agenda. We so busy in between life, in between love,
right,
in between the streets, in between the game, and not knowing, bro, you're not picking a side. So this is what cost me to get locked up.
Okay.
This is what cost my homeboy to spend 50 grand at that time for us to do shit, and I go to jail. We never dropped the album, and we went fucking 40-some cities.
So how big were you?
I was on MTV.
You was on MTV?
I was on MTV.
I probably saw you and didn't even know I saw you.
I was on Springer. Rapping.
Jerry Springer?
I was on Jerry Springer on an episode called Turned Up on Valentine's Day. I was battle rapping for a girl.
Get the hell out of here. You was on Jerry Springer. What was Jerry like? I think that's what any black person that ever watched Jerry Springer, we want to know what Jerry was like behind the scenes.
Hey, if you out east, that motherfucker in Connecticut is like the mayor. He literally, when I came out there, they paid me $500 for the show.
Okay.
They give you a fucking card where you could travel anywhere throughout Connecticut. It's a college town. And where you can eat and go watch any movie. Like you do, like these 2 cards, they call them Jerry cards.
Yeah.
You can fucking go get cigarettes for free.
Get the fuck out.
Black and Miles for free.
How many packs of cigarettes you get?
I can smoke squares.
Oh, okay.
The music shit, so I don't want to fuck with my breed.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? But my homeboys was living it up. And at that time, like it is now, at that time when I went to Springer in 2013, it was like cigarettes in Michigan was like $7, $8. Here it was like 12, 13. So they was already to the shit we're paying now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Springer, Jerry was like the fucking mayor. Coolest dude, bro. Cool as hell. He loved my shit. He loved the show. High energy, believe it or not, high energy. And once they sync that Springer car, they're like, "Oh shit, you want? Okay, yeah. What you want? You need a ride where? I need a ride over here to this restaurant. Okay, we come get you. 1 a.m. from the hotel. I'm in a nice ass hotel. Hey, I ain't gonna care about that. That was the best time of my life. Like this, how they do it. So before they approved the episode, right?
Yeah.
The lights. Imagine these lights times 10.
Right.
They're fucking bright, but they're like up with like mirrors that reflect out stronger than the light.
So they was like, game.
They was like, we need you to go out there and spit your lyrics and stuff, and we'll let you know if you like it. At that time, I was just everything off the head.
Yeah.
He was like, damn, you did that just off. I'm like, man, I was into music heavy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had my homeboy that was in the group with send his beats in. They passed it. It was, he make his own music. So it was like legit licensed music. So we did all that shit. We went out there for the producer. The producer was like, that's dope. So I had my homeboy that was from Pontiac. That was in another music group. So my whole time, they didn't even tell me that they was writing the script. Yeah. I knew that we came out together. I really wasn't going to get his bitch. It was my dog bitch. And he was like, I'm in love with you. He low-key a nice guy. We be in the studio, and he be saying sweet shit, and you mean as hell. I want y'all to rap for, like, we gonna have y'all rap for her love, bro. So it was like on some Biggie and Pac shit. That's what it was. Like, the crowd was going crazy. I see you some clips.
Hell no.
I was on a show called Catfish, too.
You was on Catfish? You got Catfish?
Somebody that I know, right?
Yeah. I watched Catfish now, and they had a person come up to the house.
Christian and Derek Who. That's the season. It was season 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Christian and Derek Who, episode 13. I was the motherfucker they called to be like, man, do you know this girl? Is this a real person? We see that you talk to her a lot online. I was that guy. Then, see how that shit? Then I was damn near cheating because they said you was talking to this bitch and see all your messages. I was with my wife, soon to be wife. It was like, yeah, you was talking to her live. We read your messages and stuff. And y'all was like, fuck. And it's national TV. So yeah, hell yeah, she got my ass. And I ain't mad at her. You know what I'm saying? But it was a girl that was a fan. And she was catfishing dog. You know what I'm saying? She really wasn't who she was. But she was a whole different motherfucker. And he was a military dude coming from the military. He was in his feelings. And I was on tour. I was in Tampa. So I got a fucking email through Viacom. I'm like, Viacom? And they like, before you open this, you got to agree this and that. We could sue you for $1 million. That's Viacom. Them niggas ain't playing. Do not talk about the script until you sign the contract. I'm like, script? So I go into it and I started reading. And they was telling me, do you agree to this? Do you agree to that? Do you agree to that? Before we tell you anything, you got to agree to this. So I had to send it to some lawyers. Yeah. Have my homeboy read it. They like, yeah, it's a real contract, bro. Do not fucking drop the ball. They'll sue your ass. So I signed it. And then Nevin or whatever the fuck his name is, called me and shit. And I'm like, damn, these are real motherfuckers from MTV. So all that shit you see on MTV, the behind the scenes shit is agree, or we gonna sue you. Sue the fuck out you. You gonna have to delete this shit like the Mission Impossible shit.
Hell no.
Self-destruct in 10 seconds. Your phone is gone. Poof. They gonna take the email back. It was like that, bro. Like, it was crazy, bro. Had the pleasure going to BET 106 in Park, Ill Will when he battled Snow.
Oh, you was on Ill for real? Now was you on there when the what was he, blind? The white guy that was blind?
No, I wasn't there. It was that was when they was having the Freestyle Fridays.
Oh, okay.
When they had the RB, like not RBE, that's a whole different league.
No, I remember the battles though.
Yeah, it was Smack. When Smack was having all the motherfucking battles.
Yeah.
It was Pontiac Ill Will versus Snow, the white boy from Pontiac too. They were I was there with Ill Will. We went out of town. I was in his room. All that shit, bro. I was there with them. It was in New York. Fucking 1-bedroom studio. It was big. But we was in there with Ill, bro. Real shit, bro. Before he even blew up.
So you went from all the because I also read that you toured through Canada and things like that.
Crazy story.
Okay.
Canada do not play. Do not lie to them fools. They will lock your ass up.
No, I know Canada don't play.
I fucked around and we was coming from New York.
Because quick side note. Because I remember one time I had a friend of mine that lived in Canada one time, and I went over to go visit him, and the lady was at the she was at the customs thing, asked me questions. I said, on mistake, I said, thank you, sir. I mean, ma'am, go over there. And I said, I'm sorry. I just made a mistake. And the motherfuckers ran through my whole goddamn car. Motherfuckers touched my nuts when they was searching me and shit.
Bro, I'm stupid. We go through Montreal.
Ooh. That's the Canadian part, ain't it? I mean, that's the French part, isn't it?
Them motherfuckers do not play, and they know they hip hop. So we're trying to, we go through the shit. They see the box of 200 some shirts in the back. I'm like, oh yeah, we just giving them away. Oh, you're supposed to claim that at the Western Nine. I'm like, I apologize, I didn't know. I'm just giving them away. They're like, oh, you are? Crazy thing, right? We Googled your name. We see you're on tour and you're going on 6 cities right there. You're on St. Louis and shit. Them motherfuckers held us over there. I got a motherfucking joint right there on the door. I'm like, my homeboy, like, bro, I told you not to roll out. Find that shit. They're gonna find it, bro. Them motherfuckers, bro. That was like funny as hell, bro. They was like, look, you gotta claim this shit. You got over 200 shirts. You don't know you gotta claim them. I'm like, no, I didn't know. We don't got a road manager, so I ain't know about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I done been all over the U.S.
So you
went go to Europe. I didn't get catch my case, so I couldn't.
So you went from you was entertaining, in the rap game. How did you end up with the clothes, with the art and design and things like that? What got you there?
In 14, 15, I had somebody I called Uncle. That was the Rafus Jones that was in that article, right?
Okay.
That's who taught me the game, I guess you want to say, in t-shirts. I always was spending money with a guy that was local out in Pontiac. I ain't gonna say his name, but he know who the fuck he is. He's in Detroit now. Levi Connors, fuck it. Give niggas flowers. They ain't doing shit. But I was spending all this money with this man. I'm like, dog, I'm looking at my closet, bro. I'm spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds with you. I said, I feel like I could do this shit better than you.
Yeah.
So he was like, I got some equipment if you want to buy it. At that time, I ain't had time. I was selling drugs, doing music. I ain't had time. I was getting paid to do music.
Right.
And then I was selling drugs, being greedy.
Okay.
So it was like, I was like, man, look, I want to learn this shit. He was like, look, this is what I do for you. You come in here and intern. I'm not going to pay you. But whatever orders you get or whatever shit you do, I'll look out for you and I'll let you do your shit in my shop and I'll teach you.
Okay.
And the rest was history. I learned from then. I didn't officially start doing clothes until like after 21. But I had started a company called Revolution Clothing Line.
Okay.
Not knowing at that time that Revolution name would take part in like 17, 18, all the shit that was going on in the space at that time. So it ended up coming about that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was Revolution Clothing Line for a long time. I started back in 2022 doing clothes again. I was doing music. Videos and shit with big ass chains, Rolexes on, Cardi. I was doing all that shit.
Cause I know you said they gave you $20,000 to buy jewelry.
Shout out GFR, Michi Murdoch. He do music, man. So, he was preview to my music. We did a couple shows before I got locked up, and he ended up extending his hand saying, hey, I want you to be part of the GFR family.
Yeah.
Gorilla Fish Records and stuff like that. You a free agent, what you doing? She came out, bro had a whole kit. Bro was trying to give me chargers and shit, all type of shit. Like,
did you feel like Tupac in Death Row?
Man, that motherfucker had most security than my little scared ass on paper was like, dog, I'm doing gangster rap, but them niggas see them Dracos. I'm like, okay, bro. I was just like, it was fun. I had a fun time, man. I think at that time, you know what I'm saying, I had to get my heart back into the music. You know what I mean? Like, at the time, me and my wife was going through shit.
Yeah.
I'm just coming home, but I'm holding that face. And dog, we was always having meetings every fucking day. So I was leaving home, constantly going to Roseville from Pontiac. She like, dog, you're never here.
Right.
Now you're doing shows and now you're doing videos. And when do I want to see you? You know what I'm saying? So
that's that time.
Got the fuck on from that, man. 22, started my clothing back, stopped the music, retired from music for a while. Which leads into where I recently just came back.
Do you regret leaving the music to do what you're doing now? Okay, what do you get out of what you're doing now with the clothes that you didn't get with the music?
It was that I think I needed a flush. The prison didn't do it. Prison was like I just wrote music and did shit like that.
You was just on the wall, just making beats. Boom, 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 boom,
No,
boom.
I was just writing.
You
I was
just
right. I ain't making beats. I was never that talented.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to do that shit. And my hands hurt. I ain't like beating my face on the beat. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I was just like, dog. So it was more like the clothing. I looked at it, right? We got popped over 200 shirts. We paid dog thousands for them 200 shirts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every artist I talk to, man, my merch man tripping, bro. I need a merch man. I constantly hearing merch. I need clothes. I need this. I need that. So I just like, you know what? I learned this shit. I learned it and I ain't doing nothing with it. I got all this little equipment. And then when I came home, I started doing music and I told my partners about clothes. And motherfuckers started buying me equipment and shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't flourishing with cash. That's why I was like, if I could do shit over and had that bread I was making, then I would have fucking took that and put it in his clothing shit. So, but I started looking like, bro, I don't never have to fucking pay for shit unless I want to. You know what I'm saying? I could go get $50, $60 blanks and I could go crazy on it. And he know on my page, I do everything. So it's just like, I was like, dog, I could do this myself. So I ended up getting back into the ground and clothes. It was Revolution Clothing Line. So I was bouncing around from shops to shops, finding spaces. And then I ended up kicking it with a cool guy, bro, that was really seeing into, like, you know what I'm saying, what the vision was. And he believed in me. And I was just like, bro, we should partner up.
So let me ask you this question. When you found somebody that believed in your dream, believed in you.
Besides my wife and my son-in-law, let me say that shit because they gonna watch this.
Besides them, but somebody off to the side that don't know you necessarily personally and said, I believe in you. What did that feel like on the inside that somebody that you don't know like that says, I see something in you, I believe in you, and now I'm gonna
invest? It was pressure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was. And he know I told him that first year was hell. Because when I said I needed this much for this machine, he went back to the crib and came back and dropped the cash on the table. I was like, okay, it's time to go.
Right.
And then when shit didn't go as far as these machines, like it didn't go as planned like I thought it was then. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, bro, like I ain't know this was gonna cost this much in ink. I ain't calculate that. I ain't know how much time it was gonna take just to clean these machines. Like it was just like I was putting pressure on me.
So do you guys, because you say clean the machines, do you gotta clean the machines after every use? Man, or how often do you gotta clean these machines? Because when I see the machines, because I used to go, it's just border replacing in Dearborn Heights, I would go get my hats and stuff like that, and I would see the machines and stuff with the presses and all that stuff. How often do you gotta clean these machines?
You're supposed to clean them as much as you use them. So, and then this machine that I got, 20-some thousand, sitting in my dining room right now. 20-some thousand machine. Like you have to for that. I cleared it, so it's still working. I cut it off.
Yeah.
But this machine runs smooth, far as you have to use it a lot. And I thought business, like this is some shit. Like DTG is just a DTG machine. That's like the highest end of clothing. Motherfuckers not paying $30, $40, $50 for a shirt. So I was like, shit, I learned that. And then now we're doing DTF. This is more affordable where you can look sweet and could pay for it.
Yeah.
So we ended up graduating from the DTF machine or the DTG machines, which is direct to garment, to direct to film is what we're doing now. Like I got all my page showing people like, you know, we're manufacturers, you know, you got your own clothing line, you could be your own company, like me, but you need the sheets and you don't have the material.
Yeah, I like this sheet.
Yeah, that was just me.
I like this. I like this shit. I can't wait. I can't wait to wear this one to work.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I can't wait. That's why I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, because I do my homework, bro. Yeah. And when somebody come to you, you know what I mean? A real one come with gifts. You know what I'm saying? You want them to be like, damn, dog, I fuck with dog because he came and did this and this shit looks good. Like I feel great. Ain't no cheap ass shit. Like that's how it's supposed to be, bro.
Yeah, and you know, with you saying that, you know, it's supposed to be like that, and then on top of it supposed to being like that, you know, especially as black men, we supposed to, you know, support each other in our endeavors as much as we can. It shouldn't be no jealousy. It shouldn't be no hate. It shouldn't be no anything other than the love that we give one another. It's okay to love another nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay to love another brother.
That's why I said, like, give dog his flowers.
Yeah.
Like, the old me would have said, I'm not mentioning your name, but at the end of the day, you can't stop this shit.
No, you can't stop it.
Tell me, this type of motherfucker I am. I go to the press and be like, you can't stop the rain. You can't stop this, bro. You know you can't. You could be 1,000 people doing clothes, bro. Could be 1,000, but they do not have the vision that we have, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying? The way we see, I made this logo off the brim, bro. I was like, bro, what is it? I said, it's money pile on my pockets. You don't get that. It's the stitch in the lining.
Yeah.
Bringing money in my pockets. Yeah. That's the blood and sweat. This is one of my clothing lines. No love lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's the blood and sweat. That's the blood mixed with the sweat.
Right.
In there. This is my heart. This is all the shit that happened to me. It blew up on me, bro. Look at all the bandages, my heart, the pain. No love lost is what that symbolized. Why I came up with this line. This is just a design. This is not the actual design to No Love Lost. This is just some shit that symbolizes No Love Lost is back out. When we came off the merch, we sold out quick. So what that is, No Love Lost is, I'm not mad at you, girl. I'm not mad at you, homie, that this didn't work out. We can be friends. Let's just keep it business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no hate. It's no love lost. That shit goes so many different ways. Yeah. Like anything in life, bro. Like nigga spill his drink, bro. You know I'm mad right now, but you know what, bro? I'm gonna forgive you. No love lost. I
got what they call it, the oxy. The oxy shit you just spray on the motherfucker.
You got some oxy, bro. Let's send you drink.
I got the oxy thing. You just spray on the motherfucker, it just pop up on you and shit.
Oh, dog said he worked at hospital. Hold up. I gotta put that in the wrap. And on the end of you know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, if we can laugh and have fun,
nah, man, you always got
it. This shit crazy. I'm telling you, bro. Like, Deacon, no, bro. He another one that believes in me. This shit is different. Anything I feel like I do with somebody, bro, is legendary. You know what I'm saying? We do this shit legendary, bro. Like, I just went on live. I cut it off because it was like literally 20 people on that bitch. I don't want too many people to see. I just had it on my face.
Right.
So when you doing something, I learned it's preparation. My partner is a really good businessman. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, look, bro, don't trip about this shit. This shit gonna make money. Mm-hmm. Everything gonna be good. Relax. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm glad you said that. So with that being said, what advice would you give anybody that's a future entrepreneur or even a current entrepreneur? What advice would you give them people right now to try to have the best successful business that they can have at this moment? What advice would you give that person or those people?
Unless it's a can't miss takeoff, something that nobody has never done, which is going to be hard to do now, you're going to not probably make money for 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is your job for the next 2 or 3 years is to stay out the red and get in the black. That's your job, is to try to get to the black. Okay? You're going to give away a lot of shit, especially when you're doing transferable business, or you're doing something where it's goods. And even if I'm making these cups, I'm going to have to, for me to get the shit that I need to make money, I'm going to have to give a lot of them away. And that's what I had to realize. Like, I had to give a lot of shit away. And then what I started doing when I partner up with bro is he has a fashion sense like me, but a little bit heightened. I love this dude. Mm-hmm. He's like a fucking brother, man. Shout out to Luke. It's just like, bro, he's like, bro, we got to give shit away. But when we do, it got to be the best shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going to separate us. So he was like, bro, I don't care about this. That's what we started doing. We had ambassadors. We started like 10, 20, 30 outfits out to people. We started doing that for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, you know, we came up with the idea. I was like, okay, this could work out, but it did. And it started getting us out there to where, like I said, if you don't got the fat man on that shit, and it's starting to take wind, everyone in Pontiac on my pages, if you don't got the fat man on that shit, it's not official, bro.
Right.
When they see that fat man, they like, oh, I know who did your shit, dog.
Right.
Dope. Like,
it's like any other artist that has a signature on the painting. You know, this painting is official or not based off of how this signature is done on this painting.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So the same thing with that FatMan. I know what this is when I see that FatMan, and the FatMan got to be official.
Bro, you see the
the FatMan got to be official. The FatMan hat can't be to the left; he got to be to the right. The FatMan got to be something. Bro. You know what I'm saying? For me to know that this is official.
And it's a blessing to get to that point. It took work though. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to that.
I mean, but anything,
long nights, man.
Anything worth having is never gonna be easy. Because if it was easy, everybody could do it, and everybody would do it.
Even when I leave here, I'm making good time. Even when I leave here, I'm shooting straight to work.
Yeah,
that lady got that tailgate and shit. She want her merch, bro. I need that shit.
Yeah,
bro, big money, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like the crazy thing about it, right? This is, I say, the blessing. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, right? The blessing of me being in the streets, right? I took that same go-getting mentality that I have.
Yeah.
Like when I go see the plug, I'm giving him gifts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I meet is a plug. You know what I'm saying? To me.
Right.
Anybody that has a business where we connect, it's networkable, where we could do things and we could obtain services from each other and we could push each other. You know what I'm saying? You go show love, because now, next time you think about you about to do merch, guess what you gonna be like? I'm gonna get digging some cars. You gonna be like, yep, let me call dog. Hey, what's up, bro? It's Mo. Now that relationship is built.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, hey, Mo, shit, I'll send that shit to you. What you want? You know what I'm saying? Give me about 2 days, it's gonna be coming to you, bro. You don't gotta wait 10, 20, 30 days. That shit to you like Temu now. That shit coming in a couple of days.
Well, I don't want Temu should be little.
No, not that.
I'll get a couch. My couch be about the size of this damn bottle.
You know what I mean by that? No, hell yeah, dog. Like, bro, full size, that shit came in any bottle. But you know what I'm saying? Temu used to take 30, 45 days at one point. On some shit. My wife did them motherfuckers in 2 days. I'm like, damn, that shit came that quick. They don't
so let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Vice versa. Versus, you know, what's the good things about being an entrepreneur and advice that you would give? What are the bad things about it?
You're gonna lose a lot of friendships. And that's cool, because
how you lose the friendships?
You're gonna lose a lot of friendships. Guess what? Hey, bro, I bet you I can go through my phone. Hey, bro, we got this little pop out here. Shit, bro, I'm doing a podcast and I'm going to work. Hey, bro, what you doing? Sunday, I'm chilling. It's family day, football day. Go spend time with my mom. Hey, bro, Monday, what you doing? Shit, bro, I'm knocking out these orders that came in last week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, what you doing Tuesday? Shit, I'm doing something at the kids' school, spending time with the family and shit, doing something with the wife, Christmas shopping. You know what I'm saying? Especially around the season. So what I mean by that, you're going to lose a lot of weight that you need to shed anyway.
Support.
You're going to lose a lot of motherfuckers that really ain't there for you. You're going to realize during this time in this grind, when you're coming from the mud, the people that's really there, that stick with you, that's going to be the motherfuckers that's going to enjoy this shit with you. So you're going to lose a lot of relationships. And if you're not strong in your marriage or your relationship, that shit go shake away. So you got to have your spiritual together. You got to have communication together. So first off, you got to be a communicative motherfucker to the person you with. If you're starting an endeavor, that's going to take 5 years. It takes 5 years for a business to really turn profit.
Right.
We've been going since 2020. Well, FatMan Customz been going since 23, 24. It's the end of the first year that we've been FatMan Customz. I've been Revolution since 16 or 14. I was back doing clothes in 22. If you do the math, 22, 5 years, 27 is where really, if you FatMan or Revolution, it's going to be 27 to when we really start making. The headlines that we're doing now going to 25 is fucking crazy.
So let me ask you this question.
So we're ahead of schedule.
So let me ask you this question. Everything that you're doing, do you look at it as a job, or do you look at it, or you don't look at it as a job, and you look at it as how do I want to say it? Like you just having fun.
I'll put it like this.
Because what I do every day, I don't look at it as a job.
My whole life, right? Before I went to jail, I had 2 jobs. I was bouncing at Club Electricity. I was working at UPS, and that was 2000 and 2012. And then I started doing the music with City Lights, and I was like, I'm gonna give you a salary every month. I'm gonna give you this, and then this shit, I probably have had my whole life. If I could say it like that, I probably had like 4 jobs my whole life. working a job. You know what I'm saying? Last job I had was in 2020.
Right.
And I was a short order cook for Kirby's out in Royal Oak.
Okay.
This is not a hobby. This is not a game.
Right.
I mean, I hate to say it, and they know what it is. I have fired, I have hired, I have let go people because they do not take this serious.
Yeah.
This is a way of life. This clothing is something for my family that I could pass down. We consider ourselves not a clothing line, but manufacturers.
Okay.
Manufacturers we're changing the language of dealing with, and I don't want to say foreigners, but mainly when I go see manufacturers, it's a foreigner. It's not somebody I can relate to, or even most of the time even understand. And I got good relationships with all type of different races, bro.
Right.
When I do my photo shoots, I have a guy that's Arabic out in Auburn Hills with Revenant Motors. They have $10 million worth of cars that I got access to.
Okay.
Photo shoots, whatever videos. I have a Pakistani friend that's out in Sterling Heights that has a warehouse with thousands and thousands and thousands of pallets of all type of garments. Good friend. I want to be one of the first or one of the black manufacturers that I know.
Yeah.
To where you have a company, he has a company, and y'all spending 10, 20, 30,000 a week, a day. That's what we're trying to build up to. And what I mean by that, that's attainable riches for our family. That's lifetime shit you could pass over. That my kids, that my daughter, that his kids, his sons, their family, we can hire people. That's the plan. It's to hire in our community, hire in our city, where they could train and bring their family in, eventually get to the place where we could get with the prisons and bring them in and train them in programs to learn how to work in a warehouse. That's what my next one is, to get a warehouse. That's what I'm saving for. It's to bring people in, train you, hire you fresh out of prison to do this job that you learned while you was doing, like we were building houses for Habitat. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we not have something where I like clothing? I want to do that clothing program.
Yeah.
Talk to Pontiac Academy of Excellence, PAE, out in Pontiac. They're from K to 12th grade. They wanted me to come in and teach a class. I, at that time, was going through health problems, so I was not the person for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as that time. But what I'm going to do is apply for a grant. This is what you could do with your business, right? When you're doing certain things that you could teach a person to live, to fish, to eat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to apply for this grant, whatever it is. I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to train this skill. I'm going to teach this skill to get this job, which makes between this type of money. And what we're going to do is also, I'm going to hire an instructor. I'm going to have him teach the class to my regulations, to my expectations, and to the school expectations. You know what I'm saying? They was ready. We talked to their lawyers. They was like, hey, send your insurance in and we can get started. And we're going to have you teach 5th grade to 8th grade. And you're going to teach them the trades and stuff like that. Then we're have you teach high schools the next year. Like it's to that point where.
Right. So let me ask you this question. When you was after going through everything that you done went through with the whole, single parent, guy, father, no father figure, whatever, weed selling and things like that in jails and stuff like that. All the affiliate.
We ain't get into none of that. So you already know I'm coming back again.
Yeah, you got to come back again. I seen stuff on the end. I just didn't want to say nothing because I want you to come back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to put everything out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to come back. You know what I'm saying? I can't put everything out there.
People go demand I come
back. I want you to come back. But did you see yourself where you at right now 10 to 12 years ago?
Never thought I'd be doing clothes, bro.
What did you? I mean, and now that you are where you at with the connections that you have and the things that you are doing, do you ever just sit back and pat yourself on the back?
Not yet.
Because I think
I'm my hardest critic. I'm crazy. I'm OCD with it.
I'm a hard critic myself too, but I think sometimes we need to sit back and pat ourselves on the back and be like, God damn, I could have been somewhere else.
Yeah.
This shit could have been completely different because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started doing this podcasting thing, I just did the shit because I got liquor behind me. People like drinking liquor.
Yep.
People want to talk around this motherfucker. But then once I started doing it, I started feeling something like shit. This shit makes me feel a certain type of way that I didn't know I was gonna feel that way.
It's a blessing.
You know what I'm saying? And because of that, thought, because of my thoughts turned into a reality, I started running into somebody like yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And not just I just ran across somebody like yourself, but I had somebody put me in contact with somebody like yourself because of what my thought was, and somebody helped that thought come into a reality.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And just like yourself, you didn't see yourself this way 10, 12 years ago or 15 years ago, but now here you are.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? And you got connections everywhere.
I thought it was gonna be Pablo Escobar. I seen what happened to Pablo Escobar.
You thought your cruise ship was gonna be a Bobolo boat forever.
Man.
But now you on Carnival.
Man, hey,
you know what I'm saying? You on Carnival now.
We put it together, man.
And I gotta, and I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you good.
But I gotta, as you said earlier, give somebody their roses, man. I gotta give you your roses, while you're here, because there's so many other ways that you could have went. You could have been a career criminal. You know what I'm saying? You could have been going. The recidivism rate is high as hell.
Crazy.
And that could have been you. You know what I'm saying? The divorce rate is high as hell, and that could have been you. A whole lot of shit could have been you.
And tell me like, damn, that's who I talk to.
Man, I don't have to.
No. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying.
I'm proud of that shit. That I'm not that no more.
Because I used to work with I used to work with juveniles in juvenile prison some years ago, and a lot of times people would just write these juveniles off. And when I came in there, my thing was this: I'm going to base you off of how you treat me, how you do me. I don't care what car you stole. I don't care what house you broke into. I don't care what gun you pulled on somebody. That don't mean you can't change. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to base this off of how you treat me. I don't need to read your record. You can tell me what your record is.
It's bad.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go off of how you treat me.
I definitely grew, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
My kids made me change, bro.
And kids should make you change.
And that recidivism and then that marriage, I ever tell you before this one.
Yeah.
I was married twice. I was married when I was 18, bro.
Shit, we gonna get on that one again. Yeah, we gonna get on that one again.
Talk about relationships when I come back.
Yeah, we gonna get on that again. But the one thing I gotta tell you right now, from one black man to another black man is that I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of the moves that you made, because the mistakes you made, are not you. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't my end.
No, it's not your end. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like I told somebody a long time ago, when we die, we got a born on date and we got a death date. Yeah. But what we don't look at is that dash in the middle. That dash in the middle tells your whole story. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And once you get from one end to the other end, that's your story. Yeah. And your end started here, and it's going over here. So that because we ain't gonna make out this life alive. Yeah. So when we out of here, the end of that dash, the middle of that dash, however long that dash is, it's gonna be your story.
Yeah, that's deep. That's crazy.
And that's gonna be your story. You touch a lot of lives. You, even though you don't know it right now, you just touched my life. Because let's just say, for shits and giggles, I just do the podcast as a hobby and something I like to do. But let's just say, for shits and giggles, because I did this shit with you, the shit blows up.
It will.
You know what I'm saying? And that's part of my dash. But then that's gonna be part of my dash in my lifetime.
That's why you notice, right? This is how the game they taught me. I was recording certain shit for fucking skits and reels. That's why I was doing what I was just doing, because what you were saying was powerful. I didn't know what you was gonna say, but I knew it felt like it was gonna be something good. So I go through everything. This is your brand. I'm part of what you bring in as a brand. That's why I was like, it's a certain way you have to introduce yourself. Black males, we lose that shit, bro. Like, Yeah, what's up, man? Sinatra for the show, man. I'm fried. I'm about to ride back to Oakland County right now. They're like, bro, you was drunk on that shit and it was on live. And you said you drank 5 drinks and you hopped in the whip and went down 4 feet to get back to Oakland County. Nigga.
How many drinks you had, 2?
I'm big. It shouldn't do much to me. I'm a big dude. It's like water. Like, no, bro. It's like everything. I respect people brands, bro. I learned that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go through a lot of L's, bro. A lot of L's. We took a lot of L's to get where we at and when we started winning.
But you know, a lot of people we all take L's, and don't nobody see the L's. Nope. The only thing everybody see is the success.
Man.
Because didn't nobody see Colonel Sanders how many times he failed? We all know this motherfucker got 11 herbs and spices that go on chicken. And we all love that. Well, I don't know, we all still love it, but we all love that shit.
Hold on, perfect story like to that, the Cheeto Man.
Yeah.
You seen that movie?
Yeah, I seen the Cheeto Man, yeah.
I know, that's how he started the Cheetos.
Yeah.
Getting fucking going, trying to get that perfect flavor. And that shit was not working. They like, man, that shit too hot. That shit got too much spice on it. That shit too lemony. Like all the shit he went through to make them fucking Cheetos that I loved as a kid. Bro. Growing up, them Cheetos were part of my life. And I see that story, bro. That shit really inspired me, bro.
You just can't give up.
Man.
You can't give up. The minute you give up and you quit, you might as well just die.
Man, dog.
The minute you give up, and this is kind of off track, but if you ever watch that movie Life, and some of the things got little small hints to it, got little small stories to it, got little small meanings to it. My daddy gave up hope and he died in a place like this. You know what I'm saying?
Clyde. Somebody's dad.
Yeah, he said his daddy gave up hope and he died in a place like this.
That's what that watch meant so much to him back then.
Yeah, but then you see in the end of the movie, they got out and went to a Yankees game because that was Claude Banks' dream, was to go to a Yankees game. They both, after a while, it took a long time, but they got it. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter how long it take you, as long as you get it. And I believe you got it. And you there, plus a little bit more down the road, because you can't help but do anything but grow as an individual.
If nothing has taught me this, not to quit.
No, you can't quit. You can't quit.
Not to this. And like I said, man, I am Todd Thomas. You are now tuned in. Check out Off the Clock with Mo. Check it out, bro. YouTube. I'm gonna post the link on my page, Todd Thomas, FatMan Customz, man. Check us out, Sinatra 44. I'm gonna share it on my music pages. Man, I appreciate y'all for having me out. But again, to being an entrepreneur, this is the shit you have to do. I gotta press them damn clothes.
And get me on your podcast. I'm coming to your podcast anytime, man.
Hell yeah, I'll come to you. I'll come to you with you in between, man.
Oh, okay.
And we definitely go get, I'm gonna send you some stuff. We go get to that, man. But right now, hey, bro, I'm off the clock, bro.
We off the clock. Thank you for showing up.